Does anybody else ever find themselves obsessing over fiction relationships? Or is that just an obsessed fan thing? Today, we're going to be taking a look at the 5 most popular ships in the Avatar universe, according to the most searched ships on Google. Taking top 5 is everybody's favorite inventor and witty assistant turned wife, Varrick and Julie Moon. When we're first introduced to the pair, Varrick is an estranged inventor with nearly impossible dreams that usually only work out thanks to his extremely overworked and underappreciated assistant, Julie. Despite Varrick often admitting how much he needed Julie, he never really seemed to show her that he appreciated her. She would take his notes, rub his feet, prepare his food. Varrick always seemed to overlook how lucky he was to have her. She never left his side. A lot of people started to ship the pair because of how well Julie understood Varrick. He could simply say, "Do the thing," and she knew exactly what to do. Every single time. Sadly, the non-canon shippers took a blow when in the 4th season, Julie turned on Varrick. She lashed out at him, forcing him to see that he never thanked her for anything. She was so fed up with the lack of appreciation that she defected to Varrick's side to help Kuvira. Or did she? The same non-canon fans that just took a blow had their hearts filled when it was revealed everything Julie did was to keep Varrick safe. Without her there, Varrick finally admitted just how much he needed Julie. Not only because she was a great set of hands, but because he cared about her, maybe even loved her. In the end, Zurich shippers got their happy ending, with Varrick proposing to and marrying Miss Julie Moon. Taking our 4th spot is the very loved relationship between Saka and Suki. Sukka is a ship loved by most, if not all, of the Avatar fandom. The pair first met when Aang and his early Team Avatar traveled to Kyoshi Island so that Aang could ride the Unagi. It was here that they were mistaken, as the Fire Nation and Suki, to put it lightly, kicked their butts. This left Sokka flustered. He tried time and time again to upstage her in sparring sessions, only for him to finally admit defeat and ask Suki to train him. She did, of course, with a little humiliation by having him wear a warrior's uniform. This playful picking is one of the main reasons people ship the couple. Ending the first episode between the two, Sokka apologized to Suki as he was fleeing from Zuko and his crew, to which she responded with a kiss. Episodes would pass before the two would finally reunite in the 2nd season, sharing another kiss. Fans went crazy over the classic trope of lost lovers being reunited with a kiss. After traveling together throughout the episode and discussing Sokka's past relationship with the late Princess Yue, Suki and Sokka were finally together as a couple. Throughout the rest of the Avatar: The Last Airbender canon, at least through the comics, Sokka and Suki stayed together, though whether they ended up together in the long run is unknown. Fans like to think that the pair got married sometime before Legend of Korra takes place. Taking the spot as the 3rd most popular Avatar ship is Zutara. Zutara is a fanon relationship between Prince Zuko and Katara, who, as we know, is canonly with Avatar Aang. Zuko and Katara are one of those ships that come from chemistry as well as character similarities. Zuko and Katara were initially enemies since they lived on opposing sides of the war. Despite tormenting Team Avatar on multiple occasions, Zuko had no bad sentiments for Katara and had no desire to harm her. Instead, he tracked down Katara's missing necklace and used it against her twice before Aang was able to reclaim it. After Katara acquired waterbending lessons, the two clashed at the Northern Water Tribe, demonstrating their equal combat abilities. Katara and Zuko were both imprisoned together underground in Ba Sing Se many months later. Katara vented her rage on Zuko and voiced her anguish at the death of her mother at the hands of the Fire Nation. Zuko felt for her, confessing that he too had lost his mother to the same people. Katara offered to cure Zuko's scar with her spirit water after seeing him torn with himself and trusting that he wanted to change. They were interrupted by Aang and Iroh before she could finish. If Zuko attacked Katara and Aang, Azula offered to let him return home. He turned on them, as well as Iroh, forcing Katara to flee with a gravely injured Aang, whom she treated with spirit water. After this, it was a rocky road to forgiveness, which ended by Zuko helping Katara find the man that killed her mother. The two shared a close scene and a hug. Zutara is one of the most famous conflicting ships in the series, causing many debates across the fandom. Do you ship the two together, or do you agree that they seem to work better as friends? The number 2 spot on our list goes to the channel's very first same-sex canon relationship, Korra Asami. It would take us most of the video to try and explain the entirety of their relationship, as they have had a long-lasting friendship before they even started dating. To sum it up, Asami was the non-bending member of Korra's Team Avatar. The two had been best friends for most of the series, even sharing an ex-boyfriend in Mako. Though they remained strictly friends for a majority of their on-screen relationship, we see often just how much Asami and Korra care for each other. Asami is known to put her life on the line for Korra, sneaking around enemy airships and harboring her way from the clutches of the Red Lotus. We finally see a spark of canon romance between the two as they wander into the spirit world together, holding hands in the finale of Legend of Korra. It is later confirmed in the Legend of Korra comics that the two ended up dating. As there is yet to be a story that canonly follows Korra and her life, we're not sure what happens between Korra and Asami. But seeing how happy they are together in the Legend of Korra comics, we like to think that they maybe got married and possibly adopted a few kids. They're perfect for each other. Finally, our number one most popular, therefore most searched Avatar ship. Now, we're not sure if it is the most popular due to the partners being the leads in their respective series, or because of the chemistry they do have, but we do know that they hold a place in most fans' hearts. To no surprise, Katang takes our number one pick. Again, it would take a video of its own to sum up the relationship between Avatar Aang and Katara. But what we do know is they have been there for each other from the very beginning. Katara is the one that saved Aang from his ice ball underwater, and cared for him ever since then, joining his team Avatar and traveling the world with him. As we all know, Aang had always had a childlike crush on Katara. He would go after her and get jealous when she had another male interest, such as Jet or Haru. However, the two always protected one another. Katara saved his life, quite literally. Aang had always been honest with Katara about his feelings for her, even when not reciprocated. However, following the invasion, Katara began to realize just how much she admired Aang. And perhaps this was more than just adoration. Katara had a big heart, and Aang would do anything to help anybody, which led to Katara falling more for Aang in the end. Finally, with Avatar: The Last Airbender coming to a close, we saw Katara and Aang share a kiss, locking in their canon relationship. We see later in the comics that their relationship evolves and they hold strong, always taking care of one another and keeping each other safe. Even after the comics end, we have a satisfying end to Katang, knowing that the two were married and raised a beautiful family together. Katang truly is a beautiful relationship brought on by the creators of the series. And that's it. We've seen both canon and non-canon ships that are popular amongst our vast fan base. So, we have a question for you. Who is your favorite ship, canon or not? Should we make a video about any of these ships in detail? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, keep shipping and stay flamin'!